From the moment the man narrowly escaped death, the motorbike burst into flames as he sped towards the criminal, who was trying to escape at a terrifying speed. A breathless chase leading to a tragic accident, and the scene of the house collapsing, creating unbelievable collisions. All these dramatic scenes will be revealed in the thrilling video below. Was walking on the street when suddenly, from behind, a car lost control and rushed at a dizzying speed. The sound of the tires screeched before the car crashed into an electric pole and continued to slide, hitting the wall of a nearby house. Debris flew everywhere. The sound of the collision echoed, making the space suddenly become chaotic. A criminal driving a black car frantically accelerated to escape. In the chaos and high speed, he collided with a red car moving in the opposite direction. The collision created a terrifying sound, causing both cars to spin. Not stopping there, the black car continued to rush forward and crashed into a nearby house, causing the wall to shatter and debris to fly everywhere. The scene became chaotic and dramatic. The video was recorded from a dashcam on a highway, where a serious accident was happening. Causing many cars to stop. However, the cars from behind, unaware of the situation, continued to move at high speed. One by one, they crashed into each other, creating a terrifying chain of collisions. The scene quickly became chaotic, with the sound of metal colliding and debris flying, creating an incredibly horrifying accident.
괜찮아? 이거 왜 누가 봤어? 뒤에서. 그러니까 이거 완전 뒤에서 본 거잖아.
A moving container truck suddenly overturned at a sharp turn, creating a deafening crash sound and shaking the entire area. The container broke open, and the goods inside spilled out. A man was waiting and preparing to get into a blue car. Suddenly, a white car sped up and crashed straight into the blue car with great force. The blue car flipped over, spun around before coming to a stop on the road. Fortunately, the man was uninjured, but the scene became chaotic. This guy was driving on the road when he suddenly lost control. The car swerved to the right and hit the fence on the side of the road. This unexpected situation caused the car behind him to not react in time and crashed hard into the back of his car. The force of the collision caused the car to spin around on the road. A man was walking on the sidewalk, right next to a row of quietly parked cars. Suddenly, a car sped up and crashed straight into the back of a parked car, causing the car to jump forward with great force. In the chaotic moment, the man was lucky to escape death when he was just a few steps away from the violent collision. The sound of metal colliding and debris falling created a tense and scary scene. On a busy highway, vehicles were moving busily. Two white cars tried to get ahead. In the tense moment, both cars could not avoid each other and crashed straight into each other in the middle of the bustling traffic. The collision created a loud metallic sound, causing traffic to immediately become chaotic with the sound of car horns and the panic of the surrounding drivers. This guy was driving his motorbike at a fairly high speed on the road when suddenly the motorbike caught fire. The fire spread quickly from the engine, creating a scene of panic. He tried to stay calm, find a way to slow down and stop the motorbike safely. Smoke and fire were billowing fiercely, but luckily, he managed to jump off the motorbike before the fire spread. Despite the dangerous situation, he was not injured. tractor-trailer was trying to cross the road to change to the other lane. However, while moving, the motorbike did not observe carefully and crashed straight into the middle of the body of another tractor-trailer that was coming. In the middle of normal traffic on the highway, a truck suddenly stalled in the middle of the road, creating an unpredictable, dangerous situation. A small car couldn't avoid it and crashed straight into the back of the truck. Fortunately, the driver of the small car escaped without serious injury. On a straight stretch of highway where oncoming traffic was bustling, a small car, perhaps because the driver was sleep-deprived, lost control and crossed into the opposite lane. The result was a head-on collision with the oncoming car, creating a terrifying moment that no one wanted. A dashcam video from the car following behind captured a heart-stopping moment. The car in front carrying a family suddenly had a flat tire, causing the car to spin several times on the road. Fortunately, despite the tense situation, everyone in the car was safe and no one was injured. This guy was walking on the road and in just a split second, he was lucky to escape death when two trucks collided violently nearby. A heart-pounding moment that proves that sometimes, luck can come at the most unexpected moment. On a busy highway, a black car recklessly overtook and unfortunately collided with a yellow car going in the opposite direction. Fortunately, despite the loud noise and dramatic situation, neither car was in danger of being injured. A dramatic collision took place in the tunnel between three cars, creating a chaotic and dangerous scene. Despite the terrifying situation, fortunately no one was injured and everyone was safe after the accident. Amidst flashing traffic lights and a series of stopped vehicles, a container truck carelessly drove into the middle of the railway. In a split second, the train rushed forward and crashed straight into the middle of the container truck, creating a terrible collision. Fortunately, there were no serious casualties. A red car suddenly stopped abruptly in the middle of the road, forcing a motorcyclist behind to brake hard to avoid a collision. However, the braking was not enough to completely avoid it, and the motorbike crashed straight into the back of the car. Fortunately, despite the tense situation, the motorcyclist was not injured. A very and also very lucky situation for the container that was set up. A criminal was recklessly fleeing at extremely high speed, disregarding all dangers. However, the escape ended when he had an accident right under the bridge, causing chaos and drama. Fortunately, no one else was seriously affected in this incident. A driver was driving when he suddenly lost control, causing the car to fall in the middle of the road. The situation happened so quickly. Fortunately, the incident did not cause serious casualties.
A car suddenly rushed forward, perhaps in a hurry to meet a lover or enjoy a meal cooked by mother. But because he was too absorbed, the driver did not realize that the road ahead had been cut off, and so the car mercilessly plunged straight into a deep hole. The scene was recorded from the dashcam of the car behind. When the white car slowly entered the intersection, suddenly a red car rushed straight and crashed into the middle of the white car.
Christ.
Fortunately, both drivers were not in danger of death.
My God. Damn. It was his fault? I honestly, I don't know. It was a stop, so I mean.
A horrifying scene occurred when vehicles were traveling normally at high speed on the highway. Suddenly, the wheel of the car in front flew off the axle, crashing straight into the car going parallel to it, causing this car to flip over in the blink of an eye. car behind recorded the moment when two horses were running parallel towards a curb. Suddenly, a white car going in the opposite direction crashed straight into one of the two horses. Luckily, the horse was unharmed, but the car was significantly dented. The scene was recorded from a racing car that accelerated too quickly and could not handle the curve in time, rushing straight down the slope. What was more worrying, there was also a woman in the car, making anyone who witnessed this horrifying crash feel their heart stop in fear.
That's still going.
We will come back to that.
A red ambulance blared its siren loudly, rushing through the intersection, signaling to surrounding vehicles. However, at the same time, a red car did not slow down, carelessly crashing straight into an ambulance on its way to perform an emergency mission. The collision happened so suddenly that everyone around was shocked. The scene was recorded from a car moving on a road covered in ice, snow, and thick fog. Due to limited visibility, the driver did not realize that there were many cars stopping ahead, causing the car to crash straight into the row of cars in front in an instant. This collision in harsh weather conditions made anyone who witnessed it shiver. A group of young people riding a large displacement motorbike, one of whom sped forward and suddenly crashed straight into a car. The collision was very strong, shocking the whole group and leaving a valuable lesson about caution and safety on the road for all of us. The guy was speeding forward, but didn't notice that there was a white car blocking the road. Luckily, at the decisive moment, he turned the wheel in time, narrowly avoiding a collision. A black car was moving quite fast into an intersection, suddenly meeting a motorbike carrying two people also rushing at high speed. Both vehicles did not react in time, leading to a strong collision. The collision caused the couple on the motorbike to be thrown far away, in which the woman was injured after this unfortunate incident. The scene recorded from a dashcam shows a busy traffic flow. Suddenly, a motorbike rushed across the traffic and collided strongly with a car. The collision caused the motorcyclist to be thrown far away, creating a dramatic and dangerous moment on the road. The traffic is moving normally when suddenly, a car that seems to be running away or rushing quickly turns sharply in the corner and crashes straight into the back of a car in front. The sudden collision causes the whole line of cars to stop in amazement.
heavy timber tractor was moving on the highway when suddenly a small car was about to turn to the side of the road in front of him. To avoid the collision, the tractor driver turned the wheel sharply, causing the vehicle to sway violently. This sudden imbalance caused the timber truck to overturn, dragging tons of timber onto the road. The scene became chaotic with the sound of wood and metal colliding, creating a dangerous situation for surrounding vehicles. A timber truck encountered a serious accident when it reached an intersection and was about to turn. The inertia force when turning was too strong, causing the timber on the truck, which was not tightly secured, to slip and fall onto the road. Large logs were scattered, blocking the intersection and creating a dangerous situation for other vehicles. A tractor trailer carrying heavy logs was traveling on a simple wooden bridge. Under the enormous weight of the vehicle and the load of logs, the bridge could not withstand the pressure and began to shake violently. In just a few seconds, the bridge collapsed, dragging the vehicle and large logs down below. This chaotic and dangerous scene is a strong reminder to ensure solid infrastructure when transporting heavy goods over fragile and makeshift bridges. A heavy truck carrying heavy logs was traveling on a road covered with ice and snow on both sides. Everything seemed normal until the vehicle entered a slightly steep curve. Suddenly, the vehicle lost balance and flipped to the right. The violent flip caused the tires to blow out and the rear wheels to separate from the front of the vehicle. heavy truck carrying heavy logs was traveling on a road with a slight incline. However, due to the heavy load and instability, the vehicle lost balance and overturned a great distance below. The logs fell everywhere, creating a chaotic scene with a loud sound and dust flying up. The tractors were preparing for a shipment of goods with large containers. While loading, 3 containers suddenly came loose and fell to the ground. The scene was tense with a loud metallic sound, but fortunately, no one was injured in this incident. A truck was preparing to start a trip to transport soil when it encountered a very slippery road. While trying to control the vehicle through the difficult road, the driver lost control, and the vehicle began to spin many times on the road. A tractor was preparing to change lanes to the other side of the road, but due to the driver's lack of careful observation, a serious collision occurred. The tractor trailer crashed straight into the middle of another tractor trailer moving in its lane. A tractor-trailer was moving at a fairly high speed when the driver was forced to brake suddenly. Due to the sudden braking force, the truck's body was separated from the tractor. In Indonesia, there is a famous road that is so dangerous that every time drivers pass through it, they feel extremely anxious. This is truly a nightmare for many drivers, despite the efforts to improve and modify it from the government. Although there have been significant improvements, this road has not been able to completely overcome the potential risks, making every trip through it a stressful and challenging ordeal. small car, loaded too high, had an accident while going uphill and the front of the car lifted up. Fortunately, the car did not flip over. People around quickly brought rocks down to block the tires, preventing the car from sliding down the hill. After that, many people helped by sitting on the front of the car to keep the balance and prevent the front of the car from lifting up. After a period of effort and cooperation from everyone, the car finally passed this dangerous stretch of road safely. Unfortunately, unlike the previous case, the driver of this cargo truck had a serious accident while trying to stay calm and overcome the slope. Due to the heavy load, the truck could not climb up and started to slide backwards. Suddenly, the truck flipped over and turned sideways onto the side of the road. People nearby quickly reacted, ran to the scene, and pulled the driver out of the truck safely. The incident was very tense, but fortunately the driver was rescued in time without serious injury. The driver of the small car also had an accident shortly after, when the car flipped over in an unexpected situation. Fortunately, the driver was not injured and quickly escaped from the car with the help of bystanders. Although the situation was tense and dangerous, it is a good thing that no one was injured. This cargo truck tried to climb up but failed and was stopped shortly afterwards. A truck loaded with heavy logs was traveling downhill in the rain, making the road slippery and dangerous. The truck lost control and flipped over, sending logs flying everywhere. The chaotic scene with logs flying everywhere made for a tense situation. Fortunately, the driver was unhurt. A small cargo truck was trying to pass the difficult road at a fairly high speed, supported by the surrounding people who tried to block the tires to keep it safe. However, everything happened too quickly, and an accident happened. The car lost balance and flipped over in the middle of the road. Although the situation was dramatic and dangerous, fortunately no one was seriously injured. A small cargo truck was trying to pass the difficult road at a fairly high speed, supported by the surrounding people who tried to block the tires to keep it safe. However, everything happened too quickly, and an accident happened. The car lost balance and flipped over in the middle of the road. Although the situation was dramatic and dangerous, fortunately no one was seriously injured. This is why it's so important to have a dash cam when driving, not only to record your journey, but also to protect your rights in unexpected situations. Oh my God, the wheel must have scared him. Oh my God, this driver was carrying too much cargo and was speeding when entering the curb, so the car flipped over. Luckily, he got out of the car safely. Due to the rain and slippery terrain, the driver had no idea there was a pothole ahead, so he crashed straight into it and experienced an unforgettable rollover accident. Oh my God, this driver must be a newbie. Something terrible happened. The inexperienced driver should have tied the cargo securely to avoid sudden braking situations like this. Oh my God, this driver must have been so scared of being charged too much that he lost his cool haha. The driver of this car seems to be drunk and unable to control his vehicle. Oh, that's dangerous. It looks like a bomb fell and exploded. Luckily, no one was there. Oh my God. The consequences of speeding can be dire, and the price is unimaginable. A moment of carelessness can lead to an accident. The driver was driving very recklessly while there were many vehicles around, or the driver was running away but was unlucky. Oh, the white car must have thought it wasn't out of the straight yet, so it sped over to the other side, causing an unexpected collision with another car. A large truck carrying many cars suddenly had a flat tire and flipped over onto the road. I wonder if the driver was injured and if he paid compensation. Oh my gosh, the horrible scene of the container truck. What a lucky truck, God bless you. These people narrowly escaped death when the container truck rushed towards them. In just a split second, they realized the danger and avoided a life-threatening situation.
Который, как и многие россияне, очень...
Мудак ебаный, блядь.
It's too dangerous to lose control of your speed. A moment of carelessness can lead to unpredictable consequences, not only for yourself, but also for those around you.
Ну, есть, да. О, все.
Ой, Валерий.
Блин, Саня, я тебе перезвоню.
Ё-моё.
Oh, how lucky for the small car that the container had an accident that overturned. Otherwise, the consequences could have been much more serious.
油缸概念，UNB 6719。
Oh my God, how lucky the yellow car was to have escaped this dramatic moment. In just a second, things could have been different. Oh, quite dangerous sight from this tow truck carrying wood without a strong rope. Oh, the intersection didn't reduce the speed limit. Luckily, no one was hurt. Oh, the car is shaking like the wind is too strong.
My God. Oh my God.
Oh, this is the most stupid driver of the year, lacking the iron officer behind. Oh, I was going so fast I almost flew over the railing. Oh my God. His car is on fire. How brave of him to drive straight to the nearby firehouse. Luckily, the fire department responded very quickly and put out the fire in time. It's crazy when a container truck speeds or loses its brakes. This situation not only endangers the driver, but also threatens the safety of everyone around. The situation is dangerous when a car changing lanes has distracted another car that is speeding. The consequences of this are unpredictable and can lead to serious accidents. Oh, the guy overtook the wrong way without honking. What a do-it-yourself situation and what a sad consequence. Oh, this situation, I think this is the first time Baktai has been to this place. This I must call the Bridge of Destruction. The most stupid stops on the highway, they stop like they are at home. It's unbelievable to see this recklessness on the highways. Oh my God, I drive like this guy sometimes. He must have been very sleepy or even dozed off. That's why this happened. Keep it up, man. Oh my God, this driver is driving so recklessly as if he just got drunk. Oh my God, this red car is driving too recklessly. Or maybe he's trying to get away for some reason. Oh my, look, the loose wheel bolt has come off the axle. This is really dangerous.
Что такое слово пресса? Один на слух.
And here's me, trapped in this lobby. Therefore, my proud blank. What exactly makes me think I'm trapped?
Oh, this could be a singer, celebrity, or idol driving a supercar that many people admire and take pictures of. He was so excited and sped through the crowd, looking so happy with the admiration of many people. But because he was so happy, he sped too fast and crashed straight into an electric pole. This guy was going pretty fast and lost control of his car. Luckily, he didn't hurt anyone, but driving like that is really dangerous.
If you go, you have the chance at a 50-pounder California ghetto harvest.
Due to not observing carefully and turning the wheel too quickly, the car behind could not brake in time, leading to an unwanted collision. It was a very dangerous situation with the pickup truck, but luckily he handled it skillfully. The driver drove too recklessly, couldn't control the speed. It was truly a self-destructive act. Oh my God! I was driving normally when suddenly a big tree fell onto the road. Luckily, the car wasn't hit by the tree.
Olha o terceiro, perdeu. Puta que pariu, perdeu o controle do caminhão. Meu Deus do céu. Meu Deus, caralho. Meu Deus do céu, olha só, bicho. Meu Deus do céu. Meu Deus, olha. Bora ajudar lá, mano.
Thank you for watching the video until the end. If you find this content useful, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to receive the latest videos as soon as they are released. We promise to bring you more high-quality and engaging videos.